Here's what's popping off in the world of hip-hop. Now, let's talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now, he has a brand new album coming out on the 4th called Tattletales. Very fittingly titled. And, he's been beefing with a little bit of everybody, to the point where he's even willing to pay people to beef with him. Now, Chicago's own Lil Durk says that the Raptors team offered him $3 million to troll him. Check it out.
Ooh.
That label called me. Somebody had give me $3 million to keep trolling with this, right? That did, man. I never turn my back on the streets. Ever. That money ain't gonna change it. So I ain't gonna never respond to this ever again, right?
And on a sucker move, Tekashi came to Lil Durk's cousin's, area where he got shot and killed at. He's like, came to Old Block, came to pay respect to Lil Durk cousin Newski, who was killed by gun violence. We need to change as a community. R.I.P. Newski. Pre-ordered album, link in my bio, September 4th. So, very tacky, bro. Very tacky, bro.
Wow.
Very Sean Kingish, huh?
I heard Cardi B's on the album, if anyone cares.
People was big time mad about that. You know what I mean? People were like, why are y'all working with him? They was getting a her, they was getting an Akon, but, at the end of the day, money talks. But shout to Lil Durk for being able to be like, hey, man, your $3 million ain't good enough, because respect is everything. So shout to Durk. Moving on, another hip-hop news. Let's talk about Rick Ross. Rick Ross is here for all the beef. Now, I remember for the longest time he was beefing with just 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Yet now he slid his poker chips over to Lloyd Banks, and he was trolling him on IG Live, and he was talking about you should name your next album Victim of Circumstance, and then he added more of this.
Banks is fresh out the gutter, 2 scoops of butter. Banks, you still got some money? Show us what you living like. If you ain't got no money, I'll give you $5 for the Banks name. That might be one of my alias, Dank Sinatra. Dank.
Dang.
Wow.
Dang, Rose.
What did Lloyd Banks do? He's never rapping no more.
I guess, by association, hey, if you with the ops, you can get it too, just for being there. But the crazy thing is, Banks and 50 ain't really been rocking like that for a while. You know what I mean? But
Yayo before I would have got Timmy first. What is
Timmy?
Shoot, it seemed like Young Buck is the easiest target. Because, he was young bucking, I don't know.
What's the son's name? Get him. We hate him. What's the son?
You talking about Tariq?
Oh, man, you cold-blooded.
Speaking of Tariq, man, Power Book 2 starts next weekend right after the P-Valley finale, which we'll talk about later on this morning. Very excited about that. But, keeping it TV for a second, last but not least, man, Will Smith and JayZ are teaming up to produce a civil rights docuseries about Emmit Till's mother. Now, this is going to be, in association with ABC on the 65th anniversary of Emmit Till's death, man. So it's going to be headed to ABC Entertainment. And that's pretty dope, because anytime JayZ has gotten behind a documentary, it's been dope. You remember the Khalif Browder thing he did not too long ago. HBO and some other things within that civil rights space. So shout out to these two brothers for getting together to do something powerful. Can't wait to see it. But anyway, that's it for me. For some stories I'm following, Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud, HEADKRACK.
We are the Morning Hustle.